Okay, I wanted to do a video on some of these Bibles that I've restored here, rebound. And this first one, this is a devotional actually that I've done for Mark Hall, and it's leather lined, and you can see the corners are pretty nice. This is leather lined here. The leather actually, this is paper on this side, matches the leatherette really well. And here you can see the leather lined page is actually attached to the book block, and that's to make for a stronger construction of the Bible itself. I've tapered the edge of the leather so that you cannot see a large bulky line there, and then on the inside here, a lot of people, when they do that, they will have this page glued sometimes halfway across. In fact, this Bible over here, that's how the cover was done on it. This had a full leather, genuine Morocco goat skin cover. I just have leatherette paper on the inside now, but we're going to take a look at that in a second. But back to this one. Yeah, so this is Mark Hall's devotional that he's had for a long time. And leather in the back cover also. And it just makes for a very flexible cover. And you can see a nice grain there on the leather. Very flexible. I'll just show a little bit of it moving here. I really like this this bubble grain lambskin, and it has a very nice texture. You can see all of the grain very well. And it still lays open fairly decently. Smaller books, it's a little bit hard. They do tend to stay a little bit tight. I still need to trim the ribbons on this particular one. You can see here, the spine of the book should flex a little bit whenever you open it. Shouldn't be stiff, so you don't lose your gutter space here. But you can see when I close it, it bows back the other direction, and that's the way it should be. Get a close-up of where that is attached. Everything's pretty nice and clean and tight there. You don't see any gap or anything. And I just wanted to get a close-up of some of the quality of this before I mail this back. So this is what my leather-lined Bibles look like. Again, that's the inside cover, and you can see that tapered line of the edge of that leather. It's very faint. You really can't see it. In fact, you wouldn't even know that there's leather underneath there if you weren't looking for it. This brown leatherette paper is CM10 that I got from Cover Material, and it's strong. It doesn't tear easily. It's black on one side. I have this in brown right now, and I also have black leatherette paper. Okay, so this one here was for David Smith. And it's a Scofield Study Bible by Oxford, and it was in pretty bad shape when I got it. I had to totally re-glue everything here, reshape the book block so it has that nice round look there. Gold ribbons, this is how they look after I've trimmed them, and I singe the ends of them so that they don't fray. This is a thick lambskin or sheepskin and this is an oak color. I've actually oiled this cover so it's a little bit darker. And then the corners on these, you can see they're good. The paste down on these, because I taper the edges of the leather, you don't get a bulky line here. There's no bulky line here. Looking at the cover on the inside or on the outside. In fact, you can see just a faint line of the leather that goes around that. And that, to me, that's a much more pleasant look for the eyes. And then looking in here, where it's attached to the cover, everything nice and clean and tight. You can see the leatherette matches fairly well. Here's the ribbons, the top of the book. Thing looks real good there. And there's the spine. Alright. Very nice grain on this leather, and it feels great too. This is one of my most popular leathers, and I can get more of this kind of leather. I can get more of all of these. Now this is a thick deerskin. I've already done a couple of Bibles in this same leather. I went with 6 ribs on this one, and raised cross that I designed on the front. This has the Word of God on the spine rather than the traditional Holy Bible. That was Josh Clifford's idea. And here's the red and black ribbons. These are 1/4 inch. I can go thicker. I can do 3/8 of an inch, which some of the Bible collectors like those thicker, nicer ribbons like that. But these are also nice satin ribbons. And here on the inside, I just used black leatherette paper. This is the other leatherette paper that I have. It's thicker than the brown. It's actually white on one side, and it's a good quality paper. You see, all here is nice and tight. Now these ribs on here, these are the thickest that I do, and you can look at these in comparison to these. They're thinner. These ones on this one are thinner, and then if you look at these are actually the same size as these. And then I do a little bit of the tooling there on that. So, but this one, the cover is somewhat thick. None of these covers are thin, these ones that I've done here. I can do thin covers for people who like thin covers. These all flex real nice. This cross here, the cross that's here, it hasn't taken away from the flexibility of the cover at all. Still nice and flexible. Rolls, got initials here, and this is the font that I have available. But still nice and flexible. And this is what is this, a NASB, I believe. Yeah, it's a NASB. It's a pretty big Bible. It's a thin line Bible. It's nice. I did this, I think, for almost $180 for the total. So a book this size without the cross, normally $130, but with the extras, with the tooling, or with the embossed name and initials and the cross. Those features are extra. All right. I think that's just about everything that I wanted to say about these. I'll go ahead and lay this one open so you can get a look of how it lays open. Lays open real nice. You can see the flex on the spine whenever I open the book. When I close it, it goes back to a rounded spine. That's the way that should look. Let me go back to this one that I take the glue, I take the old glue off of these old ones, and then I totally re-glue this portion of the book here. And so this one I've totally re-glued, and you can see it lays open real nice. A little windy today. Lays open real nice still. And thank you for watching my video. And we are Bensbibles. You can come check us out on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. Also is Bensbibles. And I also have an Etsy shop where you can go and purchase some Bibles or order Bibles there. And yeah, look us up. Thank you.